So I've always been someone who likes a program and is regimented. I don't really like things that have unexpected results, and I don't like getting out of my comfort zone. But a couple months back, one of my friends had a bachelor party, and it wasn't your typical bachelor party. During this, we went to a kid's lake house, and afterwards we were going to a gun range. Um, about half of my friends were supposed to go to the gun range, and I drive to Houston, and it turns out only four of us showed up. So it was me, the kid whose wedding it was going to be, his brother, and another friend who is a huge gun buff. So I'm like, I've only shot guns a handful of times. I'm gonna look like an idiot. I had to be coached through it when I did shoot my guns. Um, I don't know what I'm doing here, etc. I proceed to go through with it, walk in the place, and they hand you this intense waiver. You sign your life away, and they say, "What gun do you want to choose?" Um, I have no idea what I'm gonna pick. I turn to my friend, the gun buff, and he's usually kind of lighthearted and pokes fun at people. He's super serious, and he's just coaching me through it, being the greatest friend ever. He's like, "Hey, you should pick that 9 mil over there. I've shot that a couple times. It's awesome." So I choose it. I get into the gun range and start popping off a few rounds. The gun gets jammed, and he's like, "Oh, let me help you." Helps me through all these problems, and it turns out to be awesome. Like, I'm really liking it, and I'm not as bad of a shot as I thought I was. So towards the end of this, we do a couple more things in the gun range, and then as we're about to leave, my friend's brother says, "We're not leaving until we shoot that gun over there." He's pointing at the Desert Eagle. So as we rent the Desert Eagle and I'm walking towards the entrance to the actual firing range, one of the guys says, "Hey, we have to send somebody in with you." I'm like, "Oh, why?" He says, "Oh, because somebody shot it and the recoil was strong enough to make him hit himself in the face with the gun and then fire up in the air again, and it went through the ceiling and almost hit the AC unit. So that just gives you a little taste of the power that this gun has." I'm a little scared now, and we walk in this place, and the gun buff guy is the first one to shoot this gun. He gets ready, and the guy's like, "Make sure you hold it right or it's going to break your fingers." At this point, I'm shaking in my boots. I don't know what to do. He gets the gun, and he fires it, and it is the loudest thing I've ever heard. I've been to NASCAR races. I've heard flyovers by jets. This thing is the loudest. I can feel it in my chest. I mean, it's ridiculous. He fires the rest of his rounds. By the way, they're $2 a round, so we only got five each. Um, and then he hands me the gun. I'm like, "Oh my god, what am I doing with this? I feel like unlicensed with this thing. Damn." So I grab the gun, point it down range, look back. They all give me a thumbs up, and I fire it. This thing is phenomenal. My adrenaline is going crazy. I fire it another four times, and I am just in hog heaven. I'm loving myself. I have an adrenaline rush for a good 15 minutes afterwards. It's fantastic. As we're leaving, we're in the parking lot. The guy asks how I liked it. I said I loved it. And I'm thinking to myself, I just had an epiphany there. My outlook on life changed at that moment, and I realized that one is not truly lived until one gets out of their comfort zone and jumps in with 2 feet.